This week on Down the Right Field Line, we're going to be talking about the new ballpark, all the developments that's going on there. We're also going to be talking about the winter meetings which are coming up. So stay tuned. Down the Right Field Line next. Welcome guys to this week's edition of Down the Right Field Line. I hope you guys had a great Thanksgiving. I know we did. We passed by the new ballpark. We're going to be talking about that in a little bit. You see you got the new lids. Rafi's got the orange one. I got the black one.
That's orange. I'm sticking to the orange.
Rafi's very passionate about that orange. I got the black one. They had a lot of stuff there at the Marlins and Miami stores, so you guys should go check it out. As much as people are talking about the new colors, they're getting really popular, guys, so you guys better get down there. While we're on the topics of the new hats, let's talk about the new roster. We had one viewer comment on our Facebook page and broke down the next year's roster and told us this is what he thinks should be the next year's 2012 Miami Marlins. And I wanted to send it out to you guys, see what you guys think. Fernando Rivas commented on Facebook and he said, talking about the lineups, this is how my lineup would look like, and it seems more realistic according to him. He says the lineup would be Jose Reyes, Hanley Ramirez at third base, Yoenis Cespedes in center field batting third. This is how his rotation would shape up. JJ, Burley, Anibal Sanchez, Ricky Nolasco, and Edwin Jackson, which has been mentioned as a possible fifth starter for the Marlins. What's a few of your thoughts on that? Anything you disagree with, or anything you do agree with that you thought was pretty good?
What happened to the bench there, Nando? What happened? No bench?
I guess not.
Okay. Well, it's not that bad, but Edwin Jackson, even if he were rumored and even if he might not come as expensive or whatever, I wouldn't do that. My hope is that they acquired Wade LeBlanc simply just for depth. I think he would be a better fit only because I'd like to see perhaps two lefties in the rotation. But as far as Edwin Jackson is concerned, I don't trust him. That's just not the type of guy that the Marlins need right now.
Okay, well, guys, definitely keep commenting on our pages and let us know what you guys think, and we'll continue to bring it up in our show and kind of give you our view on it. Right. While we're on the front of 2012, let's talk about the new stadium. The most exciting part about 2012, I think, and all the different things that are going to be going on in that stadium. We're going to have finally a home run feature, which, different people have had their comments on it. I've seen it. It's kind of a little weird, but at the same time, who would have thought having an apple pop out of center field and think, oh, that's the coolest thing ever. It's kind of one of those things that maybe after a while we might come to like the little fishes coming out and all this stuff. It is kind of artsy, I think, but that's our owner and that's the way it is. But we're also going to have a fish tank right behind home plate, 2 aquariums.
Yeah.
I mean, Rafi, talk about some of the highlights. I mean, it seems like we're just going all out with this new stadium. Definitely.
I mean, I think the biggest attraction to me is the fact that you can see the field from the concourse level. Not like at Sun Life where you have to go through a tunnel to get into your seats. No. You can go get yourself some food or whatever, and you see the game going on. The food No longer are you gonna get stuck with $9 chicken tender baskets and whatever the heck, and those little round Papa John's pizzas. No, we're gonna have some good quality ballpark food, and not only that, but you're gonna have the Clevelander branching out to the new stadium. I believe it's in left field, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, it's right. It's part of that pool area.
Right.
So you're gonna have the pool. You can get out the pool, sit in. Those seats are exclusively for the pool people. So you can get out of your seat, go take a seat, watch the ballpark. Inches away from Lomo.
Right.
And right next to you is the bullpen, and then you can go take a dip again, walk over to the bar. It's a great area. It's unlike anything in baseball.
Definitely, and you hope not, but you're almost gonna forget you're at a ballpark because you're having so much fun with all these different things going on at the same time. But a real fan, I guess, would not only enjoy the pool, not only enjoy the drinks, not only enjoy the women or the guys, whatever, but they're gonna enjoy a ball game. And I think that is an incredible idea that they've put together there, and it's gonna be the place to be in 2012.
I kind of wanted to cover a little bit of the seating arrangements and how it's different from what we were currently at. And one of the most interesting things I know I brought up with you, Rafi, the lower bowl at Sun Life Stadium is 21,000 seats.
Right.
And the new stadium is 21,500. So although the new stadium looks smaller, it's not that much smaller. And then the upper deck at Sun Life Stadium was 37,500.
Wow.
The entire upper deck is as big as the entire stadium at this new stadium, which is kind of interesting because the new stadium is only going to have 10,000 seats upstairs.
Yeah.
So it's such a big relief that you're going to be a lot closer to the action. You're no longer going to be in what used to be the fish tank, which was the upper deck all the way in the last 20 rows.
Yeah. But basically, when you come to a ballpark, you want to see the action up close, and then this new ballpark is going to give you that opportunity.
Well, the good thing about the new stadium is that if you could buy tickets in the upper deck just to get into the stadium, and then stand behind home plate in the standing room only seats, I mean not seats, but standing room only area,
right,
and just watch the game there. If you don't mind standing up, you can just watch the game there.
Exactly.
And it's the cheapest seat in the house.
Exactly. There's many ways around it, and it's just honestly just exciting.
Great. And one of the other things that I wanted to talk about is the dimensions. Dimensions are very different from the old stadium. And Rafi, after I read the dimensions, I want to get your word on whether you think it's going to be a pitcher's ballpark or a hitter's ballpark.
Right.
And let's see, the differences are in left field at Sun Life, the left field wall is at 330, but then again you had the teal monster. The new stadium is going to be at 340, so 10 feet more, but no monster, you have a lower fence. You can see that the outsides are kind of pretty snug, but then it goes deep.
Right.
So, what do you think? New hitter's ballpark, pitcher's ballpark?
I think it'll be pitcher's ballpark, but you never know with the roof being open, with the roof being closed, how it's going to affect the flight of the ball. I mean, we saw at the new Yankee Stadium, there was no thought of it being a rocket launching place, but because the ball hits through the jet stream, that ball takes off, and now you've got a hitter's park where from the outset I don't think people realized it was going to be that much of a hitter's park. And so it'd be interesting to see when we start playing there, or when the Marlins start playing there, to see how it really, but from the just dimensions alone, it looks like a pitcher's park.
I agree, and I think my prediction is when they open up that sliding window in left field and they open up the roof, I'm sure the balls are just going to go flying out. I think that's going to be kind of our go-to thing. If we're struggling, we're going to open up the roof and the windows. And they said that the average temperature in the old stadium was 85 degrees, and it's going to be 75 here. it's a huge
Yeah,
difference.
it does make a difference. That keeps the players' stamina a little longer. They're not gonna wear out too long.
With that said, next week we're going to be starting the winter meetings, and this is as good of any time to tell you guys to follow us on Facebook, on Twitter, and to email us to keep track of everything that's going on. The winter meetings, it's going to be one thing after the other. The Marlins are going to be very active at the winter meetings. Definitely keep track of us and follow us on Twitter to make sure that you know exactly what's going on. And hopefully, if a big move gets done, look for us to post the video on YouTube to kind of discuss what happened and everything. So continue to track us there. One thing that we're going to be starting is our new segment, which is called Fair or Foul, and each one of us is going to be taking turns as far as talking about a comment that we really want to address. And this week, what I'm going to be talking about is the new ballpark, and how much people have talked about the location of the new ballpark. I've heard a lot of fans from Broward complaining of the fact that the ballpark is too far away. There's no real reason why they want to drive all the way down from Fort Lauderdale, West Palm Beach, all the way down to the new ballpark. The only thing I can tell them is, first of all, you're going to drive down, you're going to watch a full ball game. You're not going to have rain delays, you're not going to be sweating, you're not going to be uncomfortable, you're going to be in a brand new ballpark, you're going to have all the amenities you could want, and you're going to watch a ball game and you're going to enjoy it. You're going to have air conditioning. So all those people who are complaining, you should make it down. I've already driven that distance. It's only 15 to 20 minutes longer. It's not really that bad. Plus, here's the biggest thing. We had the stadium up by Broward for close to 20 years, and that stadium did not get filled up. So all the Broward fans that are saying, well, if you would have built it in Broward, you would have had a whole bunch more people. It didn't. You guys didn't do it for 20 years. Now it's Miami's turn. Miami, people come from all over the world to go to Miami. People don't come from all over the world to go to Fort Lauderdale. Miami is where it's at. This is where the fans are going to go support their team. I hope that the Broward people and the West Palm Beach people come over. You're going to have people coming from all over the state to go to New Ballpark because they know there's going to be a ball game that day, and they can spend a whole weekend there, maybe go to the Clevelander area. But Miami is where it's at. Come support your team and stop blaming it on the new ballpark and its location. So that's it for this week. And here's our random video of the week, which we like to call
Fricao.